नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी आशात देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणे Hare Krishna. So I have little bit allergy of the pollen, but let's see how it goes. So today we'll see verse number 39 of chapter 4, transcendental knowledge. So let us chant the shloka. Shraddha labhate jnanam
Shraddhavan labhate jnanam
tatpara sanyatendriya
tatpara samyate indriyah
jnanam labdhva param shantim
jnanam ladva param santim
achirenadhigacchati.
achirenadikacchati.
Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatpara sanyatendriya jnanam labdhva param shanti achirenadhigacchati. Please chant.
Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatpara samyate indriyah jnanam ladva param santim achirenadikacchati.
श्रद्धवान् लभते ज्ञानं तत्पर संयतेन्द्रिय ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिम् अचिरेणाधिगच्छति।
श्रद्धावाला लभते ज्ञानं तत्पर संयतेन्द्रियः ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिम् गच्छति.
Okay, so let's see the translation and purport. A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to attain such knowledge. And having achieved it, he quickly attains supreme spiritual peace. Purport. Such knowledge in Krishna consciousness can be achieved by a faithful person who believes firmly in Krishna. One is called faithful man who thinks that simply by acting in Krishna consciousness he can attain the higher perfection. This faith is attained by discharge of devotional service and by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, which cleanses our heart of all material dirt. Over and above this, one should control senses. A person who is faithful to Krishna and who controls his senses can easily attain perfection in knowledge of Krishna consciousness without delay. So here now Krishna coming up to the point of faith. So in third chapter also he explained faith. What happens if you have faith? What happens if you don't have faith? So Krishna here also related to transcendental knowledge, he's explaining Shraddha or faith. So generally, we think that Shraddha, how we get Shraddha, maybe by studying something, we get faith. So if we have to travel by a particular, say, a flight or a train, which is say new, and it's going to be at, it will go at very high speeds, for example. Then, if we want to try that, what we will do, we'll try to check how is the technical thing, who has tested it, will it be safe, extra thing. And once we get the knowledge, then we will think, okay, now I can go because it looks safe. So generally we think that after knowledge the faith comes. Once we know something, little bit of something, then we get the faith. But here Krishna is saying shraddha va labate jnanam. So the person who has shraddha, he gets the knowledge. It's exactly opposite way. So how it is? So because see, there are so many people in this world, in Tokyo also, but not everybody comes to temple, or not everybody studies Bhagavad Gita, or not everybody chants the mantra. Only few do that. So why the only few do? Why not all? If just knowledge is the reason for Shraddha, then everybody should do that. So that is why Krishna is saying no. When you have a favorable approach, so when you go for books, okay, for example, if you give book distribution on the road, if you try to give to book to somebody, that person may not stop. Many people don't stop; they just go away. Some people just look at you, and some people just try to avoid you. Only few will try to check, oh, what is this book, what you are actually doing, what is this book about, who spoke this book, what is the content of this book. So that person shows a favorable attitude towards that book, and he gets some interest. Okay, this is something, this is different. So when that person has that inquisitiveness, then he checks that book. So this is what Krishna is saying, faith, Shraddha. So you have little bit interest to find out what exactly is this Bhagavad Gita, or what exactly these people are doing, and then you try to learn about that. So that initial Shraddha by which you get attracted to it, that is what Krishna is saying, that once you have that initial Shraddha, then you get attracted to it. Mm. Labhate jnanam, and then you try to find out what exactly is, say, Bhagavad Gita or other things. And plus it requires two more qualification, tatparaha sanyate indriya. So you should be attached to this knowledge. So you should be attached to get this knowledge. So initially you may find it's very interesting, but over the period of time, many people drop out. They think, oh, I have learned a lot now. Oh, I don't have time now. Oh, okay, I will learn it sometime later. Uh, so they try to avoid. But if you really want the transcendental knowledge, then you should be tatparaha. You should have attachment. And with the attachment, what you need? Sanyatendriya. So you have to control your senses. So when we have to control our senses, that's where many people get negative side, that, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, so many things. Then okay, I will do it later. But if you have qualification that you are attached to getting this knowledge and understanding more about Krishna or Bhagavad Gita or Vishnu, and then you also try to control, then what happens? Jnanam ladva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. So once you get this knowledge, you start getting this knowledge, and you start applying this knowledge in your life, and then you have experience what exactly happens when you apply this knowledge into life. You get that experience, then your faith increases more. And when your the faith increases, you get more knowledge, then it becomes a chain. The more faith, more knowledge, more knowledge, more faith. But initially you need faith to start it. And once you get this knowledge, then what happens? You understand your real identity, who you are, why you are here, what is the purpose of you being here. When you get all this knowledge, then you slowly start getting detached from the material things. And when you get detached from the material things and ups and downs, then you get param shanti, you get the supreme peace. And how you get it? Achirena adhigacchati. So you attain it very soon. Achirena. So it's immediately, quickly. So this word also, right, quickly means, we may think that, okay, today I read this Bhagavad Gita with faith, tomorrow I should get Param Shanti. This is what we expect from the material point of view. But we have to think little bit bigger. So many lifetimes we have. I don't know how many lifetimes I have spent to read this Bhagavad Gita, or I have been reading first time in this my lifetime, or lifetime I had read Bhagavad Gita. I don't know. But I also don't know how many births I have taken before to this birth. So if you compare that, this unknowing, unlimited existence, when I'm trying to, and now I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, as compared to that, uh, now I get the knowledge. So maybe this life or the next life or the next to next life, whatever, I'm going to that Param Shanti, because this Param Shanti is spiritual, transcendental Shanti. So it's not a material Shanti that you see something and then you feel peaceful. No, it's a different transcendental thing that is you feel from the Atma. So it's going to come sometimes. I don't know when, but so quickly means it's not like today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. It depends on your faith. If you have 100% faith and you 100% surrender unto God, then it can be quickly. It depends on God. It depends on Vishnu or Krishna, how he gives you realization. So we can endeavor, and based on our endeavor and based on our surrender, Krishna will reciprocate. So it's possible to get this quickly if you can have that strong faith that only by doing Krishna consciousness activities I am going to get everything in my life. If you are 100% surrender to this statement or surrender to this approach, then you may get very quickly. But this quickly you should consider, it's not like in within 1 hour or 1 day or 1 month or 1 year, but it's considering, comparing to the eternity of our existence and these activities, it's very quick. So here Krishna in this sloka talking about person who has faith. Now uh, one is positive. So now obviously Krishna has to tell what happens if you don't have faith in this knowledge or this process. So that Krishna will explain in the next verse. So that we'll see tomorrow. Hare Krishna. So everything starts with faith and then it deepens. The more the faith deepens, more the realization you get, more the knowledge you get. So it's a compound chain. Any questions, any comments? Okay, thank you very much for joining. Let's see tomorrow what happens if you don't have faith. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Sorry for some disturbances.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Thank you, Hare Krishna.